you don't think about the future, you're doomed to repeat the past. Hi, this is Calabucas, and this is the Think Future podcast. We talk about innovation, startups, and the future. Not necessarily those, and not necessarily in that order. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about profitability. Because profitability is important. I mean, everybody cares about profitability. Profitability is the number one most important thing that I have experienced in all of my years working with startups, working with corporates, working with everybody. Profitability is the most important thing. And the problem with profitability, actually there's no problem with profitability. Profitability is great. You need profitability. If you're not profitable, then you probably won't survive as a business. Unless of course you're a nonprofit, but I digress. So profit is important. Profitability is important. Increasing profitability is super important. It's super important to most people. In fact, one of the reasons why companies have trouble innovating is that they're only concerned with profitability. They don't care about anything other than profitability. Profitability is the number one thing. The problem with innovation and profitability is that innovation is a lot of times not profitable. Innovation digs in to your profitability because the things that you're doing in the innovation space may not necessarily lead to profitability. They may or may not. It's when somebody is so focused on profitability, then they cannot innovate because innovation requires them to think about something that's not necessarily profitable, to do an experiment, to try something different, to expand a product set, something that you may or may not know whether or not it's going to sell or not. You need to take a fraction of your budget and put it into innovation because innovation, it may not be profitable, but it's also the future of your business. The innovation that you create, the innovative new products and services that you create is the future of your business. And if you're only concerned about profitability, you're only concerned about today. Those who do not think about the future are doomed to repeat the past. That's right, I said that. So here's the thing. Profitability and innovation are two different things. You cannot innovate and be profitable at the same time. Well, you can. But you have to make sure that your profitable piece happens independently from your innovation piece. The innovation may or may not be profitable. It's a crapshoot, and it's an experiment. You're trying something new and different and innovative. It may or may not be profitable out of the gate. If it's not profitable out of the gate, maybe it'll be profitable later. But you have to understand that the innovative product and service will not be profitable to start with, and you cannot expect it to be profitable to start with. And if you go into it thinking that you're going to be able to create a profitable new business or a profitable new product or service, the moment you pull that innovation out, then you'd be wrong. There's a chance it might happen, sure, but it's a slim chance. You're doing something new. You're doing something different. You're doing something novel. You're doing something that you've never sold before. Or maybe you've sold it in small ways to other people, but you don't know if the audience is there for it yet. So the problem with profitability and innovation is that innovations are not profitable, but you can't only think about profitability, because if you only think about profitability, then an innovation withers, then where is your future? Your future business is no longer there. It's no longer there. You will not have a business if you do not innovate. If you focus solely on profitability, focus just on profitability, then eventually you will die. Your business will fail. You need to spend some money on building innovative new products and services. And if you don't do that, eventually your business will fail. I mean, if you think about it this way, think about it in marketing and sales. You always have to put a portion of your budget into selling. You have to put a portion of your budget into marketing. And a lot of times marketing and sales are not profitable. They're cost centers. You've got to pay for advertising. You've got to pay for marketing. You have to pay for social media. And do you get sales out of them? Sometimes you don't know, especially if you're advertising. But innovation is just as essential as sales, just as essential as marketing. Because if you don't innovate, you don't know where you're going. And if you don't know where you're going, how will you know what direction to go in? And what happens if suddenly your most profitable products and services simply dry up because your customers have found a better place to go? Innovation and profitability have to live side by side. You have to allocate something to innovation, because if you don't, then it will be the end.